The Hoopa Valley Broadband Initiative is a joint broadband infrastructure project between Hunter Communications and the Hoopa Valley Tribe by means of the Hoopa Valley Public Utilities District. Funded by the California Advanced Services Fund, the project consists of a critical wireless system that originates at Humboldt Hill in Eureka. Also includes a new tower site at Sugar Pine and fiber optics at select locations in the valley. The wireless backhaul traverses 7 tower sites to make its way into the Hoopa Valley, where it distributes the internet. Each of these sites needs to be up and running for the internet to work in the valley, making them an essential component to the project. As part of the project, the Hoopa tribe has engineered and constructed a new 150-foot communications tower, a new communications hut, and a completely off-grid power system that includes solar, battery backup, and a liquid-cooled propane generator at the Sugar Pine site. Hunter Communications is responsible for the fiber optics, which consist of 3 segments in this project. Segment 1 begins in the Hoopa Valley and runs along joint-use poles along Highway 96 all the way to Wichipec. Segment 2 also begins in the valley but runs along Pine Creek Road to the Bald Hill cell site, also on joint-use poles. Segment 3 can be found along the river on Tishtang and is the smallest of the 3 fiber segments. You may notice the light blue lines. They represent a fiber project that was completed a few years ago. The fiber runs from Willow Creek into Hoopa and is not a part of this project as it has already been constructed. Throughout the project, careful consideration has been given to any environmental or cultural impacts of the project. The contractors are working closely with the agencies throughout the permitting process. For instance, the new tower site at Sugar Pine required the contractors to work closely with the tribe and its Tribal Historic Preservation Office to ensure all cultural and environmental requirements were met. For the fiber, you will notice on Segment 1 that Hunter Communications will be hanging fiber on existing joint-use poles. Along Segment 1, there are roughly 150 existing poles along Highway 96. While the majority of these poles pass the additional loading calculations, 12 new poles may need to be installed along the route to ensure proper loading. Similarly, along Segment 2, there are an estimated 115 poles with approximately 10 that need to be built in select locations. If you are an agency and would like to see the exact new pole locations, you will be provided with a Google Earth file that highlights any new pole locations, as well as a project description that outlines each of these components. This project includes collaboration with the Hoopa Tribal Council, Hoopa Land Management, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and Hoopa Realty, to name just a few. Aside from being a critical broadband infrastructure project for the Hoopa Valley, it should be noted that this project itself is unique in that it's a joint partnership between a provider and a tribe who both intend on working together to make this a success.